I have come to understand something deeply personal. Everything I experience in life, every repeated pattern, every breakthrough, every moment when things do not go as I hoped, is not by chance. It reflects who I am within. Not who I say I am, not who I try to appear to be, but who I truly am in the quiet of my heart. Because who I am is not a label. It is not an image. It is not something I show the world. My identity is what I carry deep inside, the truth I believe about myself when no one sees me. And that truth shapes everything. It shapes what I accept, what I allow, what I believe is possible for my life. I realized that I was not living only from conscious thoughts, but from something much deeper, from beliefs I did not even question. There was a time when I believed I had to work harder than others, that I had to wait longer, that success required struggle and sacrifice. I did not say these things out loud, but I lived with them. They were rooted in my heart, tied to how I saw myself, to my worth. And no matter what I tried, actions, intentions, affirmations, nothing truly changed, because I had not changed within. That is when I understood. Life does not respond to what I say for a moment. It responds to what I consistently believe about myself. Because identity is not just a thought, it is a state of being. It is a whole system of emotions, reactions, expectations, and silent assumptions. It determines not only what I attract, but also what I notice, what I trust, and what I allow to remain in my life. So, I began to change. Not overnight, not by force, but by becoming honest with myself. I started asking, what do I truly believe about myself? What do I think I must do to be worthy, to succeed, to be at peace? The answers were not easy, but I chose to face them. And I saw that much of what I was living came from wounds, not from truth. But that awareness gave me strength. Because the moment I became aware of what I carried inside, I realized I could choose differently. So, I chose a new beginning. Not a fantasy, not something fake, but a real version of myself. The one I felt was already there, waiting to be lived. She was calm, steady, peaceful, secure. And I began to live from that place. In my thoughts, in my reactions, in the way I spoke, in the way I walked through life. I stopped trying to prove something. I stopped playing a role. I simply became. And slowly, everything began to change. Not because I forced it, but because I was no longer divided within myself. I understood something simple, yet powerful. Many people try to change their lives without changing who they are. They ask for something new, but remain the same inside. And that creates a contradiction. But when I chose to be consistent, to remain in this new identity, even when I did not see immediate results, something shifted. Because life reflects what I hold consistently, not what I try from time to time. And then, one day, everything aligned. Not slowly, but clearly. People responded differently. Opportunities appeared. Things that once felt difficult became natural. Not because I did more, but because I became different. Now I understand. I do not live according to results. I live according to who I am becoming. I remain steady in what I carry inside. And from that place, life responds. Because it is written, "For as he thinks in his heart, so is he." And I have learned that when my heart changes, everything else follows.